Have you ever wondered what happens to a city when everyone leaves? Not a small village, not a quiet town, but a powerful civilization filled with thousands of people, towering temples, busy markets, kings, priests, and warriors. Across our planet, there are cities that once ruled their regions with strength and intelligence and then vanished. Today, we're exploring three of the greatest lost cities ever discovered: Machu Picchu, Petra, and Angkor Wat. High above the clouds in the Andes Mountains of Peru, nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, stands Machu Picchu. The first time you see it, it almost feels unreal. Green peaks surround carefully shaped stone buildings. Terraces stretch across the mountains like giant staircases built for the sky. This city was constructed in the 15th century by the Inca Empire, one of the most powerful civilizations in South America. What makes Machu Picchu extraordinary isn't just its location. It's the precision. Massive stones were cut and placed together so perfectly that no mortar was needed to hold them in place. Even today, you can't easily slide a blade between the blocks. The Incas had no modern machines, no iron tools, no wheels for heavy lifting. Yet they built a city that has survived earthquakes, storms, and centuries of abandonment. They designed advanced farming terraces to prevent landslides and irrigation systems to carry fresh mountain water throughout the city. But here is the mystery. Why was it abandoned? When Spanish conquerors arrived in South America, they destroyed many Inca cities. But strangely, they never discovered Machu Picchu. So why did its people leave? Some historians believe disease spread through the empire. Others think political instability or resource shortages forced the population to relocate. For hundreds of years, the city remained hidden beneath thick jungle growth. Trees, vines, and moss slowly covered the stones. Then, in 1911, an American explorer named Hiram Bingham was guided up the mountain by local farmers. As the fog cleared, the lost city appeared once again. Machu Picchu wasn't destroyed. It was simply forgotten. Now let's travel to the deserts of Jordan. Hidden behind towering red sandstone cliffs lies Petra. You don't see it immediately. To reach it, you must walk through a narrow canyon called the Sick. The rock walls rise high above you, blocking most of the sky. The passage twists and turns, building anticipation with every step. Then suddenly, the canyon opens. Standing before you is the treasury, a magnificent structure carved directly into pink stone. Columns, statues, and detailed carvings glow in the sunlight. It feels like something from a fantasy world. It was built more than 2,000 years ago. Petra was created by the Nabateans, skilled traders who controlled important trade routes between Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. They became wealthy by transporting spices, silk, incense, and precious goods across harsh desert landscapes. But their true genius was water. In one of the driest regions on Earth, the Nabateans engineered advanced systems to collect rainwater, carve channels into rock, and store water in massive underground reservoirs. Their survival depended on intelligence and adaptation. Petra became a thriving city filled with homes, temples, tombs, and marketplaces. But over time, trade routes shifted toward the sea. Earthquakes damaged buildings. Political power declined. Slowly, the city lost its importance. The desert winds carried sand through its streets. Silence replaced the voices of merchants. For nearly 600 years, Petra was unknown to much of the world until a Swiss explorer rediscovered it in 1812. A city carved into mountains, hidden in plain sight. Now we move to Southeast Asia, deep into the jungles of Cambodia. Here stands Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument on Earth. At its peak, the city of Angkor supported nearly 1 million people. That made it one of the largest urban centers of its time. Built in the 12th century by the Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu and later transformed into a Buddhist temple. Its massive towers represent sacred mountains. Its walls are covered with detailed carvings that tell stories of gods, warriors, and cosmic battles. But Angkor was more than a temple. It was the heart of a powerful civilization. The Khmer engineered an enormous network of canals and reservoirs to control monsoon rains. They stored water during wet seasons and distributed it during dry periods. This system supported large-scale agriculture and allowed the population to grow. However, even the greatest systems can fail. Historians believe that a combination of prolonged droughts, intense monsoon floods, invasions, and internal conflict weakened the empire. As the political center shifted, the population gradually moved away. The jungle began reclaiming the city. Massive tree roots wrapped around temple walls. Moss covered intricate carvings. Stone towers cracked under the pressure of nature. For centuries, Angkor Wat remained partially hidden beneath dense forest. When explorers and researchers documented it in the 19th century, the world was stunned by its scale and beauty. Machu Picchu, Petra, Angkor Wat. 3 different continents, 3 unique civilizations. Yet they share a powerful lesson. No empire lasts forever. Human beings build with ambition. We create cities that seem unbreakable. We design structures meant to outlive generations. But time, nature, conflict, and change reshape everything. These lost cities are not just tourist destinations. They are reminders. They show us the brilliance of human creativity, the power of engineering, and the fragility of civilization. They also remind us that history is never truly gone. It waits quietly beneath jungle leaves, under desert sand, or high above the clouds. And somewhere in the world, there may still be another lost city, untouched and undiscovered, waiting for the moment when someone pushes aside the vines and sees stone walls rise from the earth once more. The world is older than we imagine, and its stories are still being uncovered.